Hi, this is Derek Regensberger, and welcome to another episode of the Clarinet Connection, your source for gear and product reviews and practice and performance tips for the clarinet. Today I'm going to be reviewing a mouthpiece by Backun. It is one of their signature series, and this mouthpiece is designed by Anthony Mcgill. It's the latest in the line of the signature series. You can see that it has kind of a blue marbled design to it. It's a relatively open mouthpiece. It's very similar in style to a Vandoren BD4. It has a facing of 1.15 millimeters and has a fairly long face to it. I think it's 18 or 19 millimeters. All right, so as you can see, the mouthpiece design does have the rubber gasket rings instead of cork. As you can tell, it has a blue marbled finish to it. It does have a fairly wide table at the bottom of the mouthpiece. Again, it's a fairly long facing curve up here. It has kind of moderate rails, certainly not as thin as some mouthpiece rails that you might see, and not nearly as thick as some others. So it's kind of right in the middle of the road. So you'll hear that it's a relatively covered mouthpiece, but it really has a wonderful sound quality to it. So let's try it out and see what it sounds like. So I think right off the bat, again, I think its strongest selling point of the mouthpiece is that it has a really rounded sound to it. It's a really nice tone quality. It has good articulation, but it's not the best. It's not as immediate, say, as a Phobes or even other mouthpieces with a more closed facing. The previous test was with a Vandoren Rue Lapic 56, strength number 3. So let's try it out with a Pilgerstorfer number 4 and see what it sounds like. try the same Pilgerstorfer number 4 reed with my personal Phobes Europa mouthpiece and see what the difference is. So obviously a big difference in dynamic. The Phobes is much more expressive, it's much more of an open feeling, a more immediate and direct feeling. And that's probably not too surprising given that it is a much more closed face than the Mcgill mouthpiece. The Phobes line of mouthpieces tend to have a really strong free-blowing feel to them, where a lot of other brands like Vandoren, Shedville, and this Mcgill tend to be a little more covered. And you can tell differences in sound.